Hey friends, we have another update for you today. It's the Big Bay Willow. As you can see, just like the other willow we just updated, it's kind of gone crazy. Let me go get another tool here. Get rid of some of the extra branching, if there is any. Kind of cut it back a little bit, get a little more compact, get ready for more of the summer growth. We've had a lot of rain lately. There's tons of roots growing out of the bottom of the pot here. That's pretty awesome. Because if you guys remember the previous video for this one, we chopped the roots like crazy. We did a severe root pruning to get this tree on its way. And it, as you can tell, it recovered very well. It responded very well to the prunings. And so today we're just going to do some cleanup. Going to show you what happened since, and we'll just see what we have to work with. So first off, I'm going to say this has like some crazy roots growing out of the bottom here. There's tons of new growth on both sides. I want to start off by clipping off some of these knobs and make it look a little more cleaner. There we go. I saw another couple knobs over here. Let's get those out of the way so the tree can get on its way to looking a lot nicer. There's another one. It's amazing how many different types of willows there are. And I have only scratched the surface. There is over 400 species of willows. Alright, when I was doing that, I already found this branch that's just plugging me back. There I go. Okay, this one kind of bugging me, but there's a knob here. So it's obviously a new growth. We'll keep this one. But we'll have to do some directional pruning to get it going a better direction. So I want to cut it back to here. To get it to start, get this branch. See, it comes out here, come out here, and then it'll come out here, and it will start growing out that way. See, I don't like, there's like some bulges. I hate how this tree it loves to put all these shoots right out here, and it creates bulges. So I'm gonna not deal with that very well. I'm just going to take some of that out right there. Let that heal over. It'll take some time, but it'll be better in the long run. So we got rid of some of those knobs, and we got rid of some of the things I don't want. Now here's a little one that I don't want. It's going straight down. Get rid of that. Alright. Now, I noticed here's one that if you're looking at like this is like the front. There's this one right here that's coming like directly at you. Let's take this one, and instead of getting rid of it completely, there's this outward facing bud that will take it this way. Let's do that. Let's cut it right there. Keep this. Well, no. Actually, we didn't want anything down below, right? Wait, so what was this one? And then, so half of that would be that, which was there. Okay, so wrong. Take that off. Take this off. Take this off. Okay, see, when we want to take this one off. See what we're doing in the other video? We're following this thing that I like Nigel's on. You know this. So Nigel showed us once that if you measure this, you can get your tree's proportions correctly. So you take the measurement of the trunk. That's how tall the trunk is. Then you half that, and that's how far you want it to be before it subdivides. So that's okay. And then half of that is where you want it to subdivide again. And so half of that, that's where you want those to start. So we don't want any branches to start until about here. Okay? This is the height of our second division. This is our first division. This is the second division. We don't want any branches any lower than these. I know that seemed a little drastic, but you know what? I can take all these, put them in the water if I wanted to, and start new trees. Anyways, so looking at these guys, see, that guy will go out that way. This guy will continue out this way. Now this guy's coming directly out at us. That's fine because, you know, this is supposed to be a miniature tree, right? So it's more like the little miniature. So if we're imagining we're people, the guy may be standing maybe about this tall, right? So this is the canopy of the tree. So now we got our upper stuff, right? Now, so if we did it this tall, halved it, and the other half is like this. So we need to start cutting back a lot of this now. So we have ramification. So let's start cutting back some of this. We want to cut this out, fanning outward. Let's do that. Dun, dun. All right, let's get wild, people. See, what we're doing now is, let's get this guy going. We want to create more ramification. Like this guy, we are gonna leave this guy right here because he's such a young dude. He needs to catch up with everybody else. Now he's kind of getting tall here. Let's cut him back to here. cut this guy back to here. Okay, let's move along. Let's move along, guys. Let's see. Let's go to this outward facing one for this one. And as you can tell, I'm just all right. Now this one here, this is coming in at us at a weird angle here. I don't like that at all. It's coming in like, how could we use that? Can we use that? To our advantage? And it's almost like it's doing too much of this. So I want to get rid of it completely because we don't want it doing that. Okay? Okay, so now this guy looks a little awkward. Alright, let's cut this guy back to here. Let's make this guy come up. Okay, well, just keep this rhythm going. We'll just keep this rhythm going like I said. You know, once you start doing this for a little while, you'll kind of start getting in the rhythm. You know, you'll start watching the videos for a while. You'll start getting to where you understand what, like Nigel and what everybody's trying to show you. And it will start making a whole lot more sense to you. And before long, you'll kind of start just wanting to do things on your own, which is great. That's the whole point. That's what Nigel and Peter want you to do. They're trying to get people out there growing trees. And I appreciate everybody's help that have helped me along the way. I don't know where I'd be without all their help. This weird black thing. It's coming off though. These bay willows have become one of my favorites. Right there. Starting to get a nice old bark. This belonged to Mike Toy from Bonsai Boise before me, and I don't know if he did this, but I left these because as it gets older, these will become features of the tree that I think will look really neat. Over time, you might not ever see those again, but I really have taken a liking to this tree, well, and willows in general. I'm always finding myself wherever I'm at, I see a willow, I'll cut willow to bring home. Then I find myself with so many willows, I'm having to sell willows because I don't have space for all the willows that I have. But then again, people buy them up because people love willows more than I anticipated. Wow, that's looking great. I just need to trim this guy. Let's see, what do we want him to trim? Let's do this. Okay. So, I trimmed him up a little bit. We cleaned him up. Let's see. Let's get a couple of these shoots going in the direction that we want them to go. So let's do that. And let's get him going this way. Now, directional pruning is a lot of fun. You can shape a tree real easily. You know, I don't wire my trees. I like to see what kinds of puzzles the trees can give me. Like, I find it a challenge to make a bonsai out of whatever tree I can, and I'm like, okay, this is the shape you gave me. See what you got. See what I can do. Alright, I'm digging it. What do you guys think? This is my bay willow. I'm really digging it a lot. Oh, I found another knob that we could take care of from previous pruning session. There you go. I always like to come in and clean up. It's a really good feeling to come and clean up old pruning thingamajiggers. Now, let's see. I'm just gonna let that rot out naturally for a while. See what the weather does for it. Now that was coming in. We're gonna let that do its thing. I think this tree is pretty happy overall. I think I want to make that one go up, because that's what it's telling me it wants to do. So that one will go up. So I think what I want to do now with this tree, I mostly got it the height that I want it to be at. What I will be working on now, I think I'll keep it at this height from now on. I won't let it get any higher. I'm going to be working now on filling in with some more branches and ramifications from now on. And working on keeping the branches that I have and keeping this line. This is where everything starts, and just filling this in. I'm going to work on keeping some upward structure. I'm going to have to do some research on the bay willows. The ones that I've seen don't really have a weeping look like weeping willows. They're just more of a normal broom style looking tree, which is fine because they got enough weeping willows, and like the corkscrew willows, they tend to have a weeping habit as well. So if these don't weep, that's fine, because not all my willows need to be weeping. But I'm sure looking forward to all the work on this tree in the future, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this bark changes. You know, now it's more time for this tree to just chill back. Now, if you're coming back through here, you know, there's buds that want to open up back here, so we kind of know where we want to keep this tree now. I kept with the design, as you can still see it. This tree, this side's higher, and it kind of gets lower here, and it's so it got a push, and it gets higher. You know, kind of like, yeah, that kind of. Anyway, that kind of shape going on. All right, guys. Well, that's all for the bay willow. Let's do a slow twirl so you can see it at a 360 degrees, because we also want it to look good at all angles. Look at that beautiful bark. Look at how nice the leaves are. Really happy with this tree. Really happy with the growth. Alright. Like I said, I'll put out some more videos when I can. And put some comments in there. Put some suggestion on trees. Whatever you'd like. And I will see you soon. Be safe out there.